Hey guys, this is AV Cuboid and today I'll be showing you how to solve a 3x3. So, first you need to learn the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are number 1, the notation. Number 2, the colors. And number 3, the pieces. First, the notation. So the notation is basically how you turn the cube. So there are different letters. There's R, L, U, D, F and B. There are 6 letters which determine what moves you make, which are very important when we're learning the algorithms. So I'll teach you which letter stands for which move. So first, R. R stands for right, which is pretty obvious. So it's basically R is clockwise and there's R prime, which is anti-clockwise. So you might want to think of it like this. R goes up and R prime goes down. Just keep memorizing that R goes up and R prime goes down and it'll be pretty easy for you. And then there's L, which is easy and it stands for left. So clockwise of L, as you can see, unlike R, goes down, not up. So L is down and L prime anti-clockwise is up. So L, L prime, L, L prime. U is up. So U, like you can see clockwise, U. It goes to the left. And then U prime anti-clockwise goes to the right. And then next D is down. So D clockwise goes to the right. So you can see D. But D prime anti-clockwise goes to the left. D prime. So you might want to think of it like this. The opposites go opposite. So R goes up, L goes down. L prime goes up, R prime goes down. U goes left, D goes right. U prime goes right, D prime goes left. And then the same thing goes for F and B. So F stands for front. So you can see this is clockwise. So F goes right and F prime goes left. F, F prime, F, F prime. Then B. This is clockwise, which goes to the left. So B to the left, B prime to the right. B, B prime, B, B prime. So next, number 2 is the colors. So there are, as you know, 6 colors on a 3x3. White, green, yellow, blue, red and orange. Some people might have different colors. Example, purple for orange, pink for red, black for white or black for yellow. It's their wish. They can choose which colors they want. So in normal 3x3, these are the colors. And you want to learn which is opposite which. So white is opposite yellow, green is opposite blue, and red is opposite orange. You need to remember this. So you can think of it like which are the lightest colors, white and yellow. So they are opposite. And green and blue are very similar, so you can get to know that. So are orange and red. You can get to know that these are the opposites. And you need to keep that in mind. It's very important. So number 3 are the pieces. There are 3 types of pieces in a 3x3. The center, which is the middle, has only one color and doesn't move around. So you can see I'm turning really fast, but white always stays on the top and green is always staying on the front. And then there is the edge pieces. And because there are 6 colors, there are 6 center pieces. And then are the edge pieces, which have 2 colors. and there are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edge pieces, and they can move around like that, and they have 2 colors. And then the third piece is the corner, which has 3 colors. So you don't need to disassemble the cube to know this. I'm just doing it. So these are the corners. So there are 8 of them, and they move around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are very important to know how to solve a 3 by 3. To solve the 3 by 3, there are 8 steps. Number 1, the daisy. On the yellow face, there are 4 white edges. Number 2, the cross. There are 4 edge pieces in the correct place on the white face. Number 3, the corners. All the corners are solved correctly of the white face. Number 4, the edges. The edges in the second layer are all solved correctly. So that's the first 2 layers. Number 5, the yellow cross. See, there's a yellow cross here. Number 6, the yellow side. See, you can see the whole yellow side is solved properly, but it doesn't need to be solved here. Number 7, the yellow corners. Now you can see all the yellow corners are solved correctly. Only the edges need to be solved. The 8th and the last step, the edges. Now the whole cube will be solved. If you practice, you can do this within a minute. So now I will teach you the first step, the daisy. So first, you want to scramble the cube and look at it. And if you don't know, the daisy is a flower, and you have to make this kind of pattern on the cube where there are 4 edge pieces around the yellow center. So first, you need to find an edge piece. So we can find this here. This is pretty easy to get up here. We'll just do that. Then another one here. Just do that. You need to keep doing that. And so here, you can see that it can go here. But this spot is already occupied. So you want to use a U move to make this spot free and put it up again. And then you can get cases where you might look around and you'll be like, where's that edge piece, the last one? Then you have to look at the bottom, might be stuck right here. So you can move it so the slot is open and insert it like that. So there are some special cases like this where it's in the correct place but it's rotated. So what you want to do for that is make a move so it comes here and insert it like normal. That's the same for if it's like this on the bottom. So you want to do a move like this, see, and do it, and then you're done with the daisy. Step 2, the cross. So the cross is basically when you form a white cross, but all the edges have to correspond to the center. So it'll be like this. So we take the daisy, and this is how you do it. So you need to look at an edge piece and see where it needs to go. So this is blue. So you can keep turning. See, I found it matches. So you need to keep it on the right and do R2. That is right twice. Then find another one. You know that red is opposite orange, so you can do U and then R2. Then orange, so it's right here. You can do that. And green is already matched, so R2. So that's how you solve the cross. There are no special cases in this. It's pretty easy actually. The next step, step 2, the corners. So the step where the corners are solved look like this. The whole white layer is solved. We call it a layer, not a side. And all the white corners are in the correct places corresponding to the centers. So how we do that is, we need to learn an algorithm. So this is the algorithm. It's our first algorithm. So this is the algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime. Keep doing that. R, U, R prime, U prime. R, U, R prime, U prime. Till it's in your memory. So and then you can do it as fast as this, which you might not be able to do. So remember, R, U, R prime, U prime. So what you want to do is take a corner. See, this is a white, green and orange corner, and match it. See, it's above the correct place. And then you want to do the algorithm till the white comes on the bottom. See, we were lucky, the white is already on the bottom. So we want to find another piece here, red and green, so we can match it up, and then do it till the white is on the bottom. See, you can see here that it is on the bottom but the white is not. We need to keep doing the algorithm then. So now you can see the white is on the bottom, and that wasn't as easy as the last one. So find another one. So white on the bottom, that was an easy one. Here another one, that was an easy too. But there are some cases which are not as easy. You might have to do it up to 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's there. But sometimes you might need to do it only once. There are some special cases, whereas the white is on the bottom in this case, but it's not in the correct place. This is green and orange, but this is orange and blue. So you just need to do the algorithm once and it will come out, and then you can match it and do it how you would normally do it. So then take this. And then I told you to keep it above the slot and do the algorithm, right? But sometimes it's already in the correct slot, but the white is not facing down. So then you just need to do the algorithm like how you would normally do. And that's how you solve the corners of the first layer. The third step is the edges. So the edges where all the whole first 2 layers are solved. The edges in the second layer are solved. So to do that, we need to learn 2 more algorithms. So you need to recognize when to use those algorithms. The first algorithm you have to use when you find an edge and you have to match it to its color. So you match it to red, and then it needs to be put on the right because this is green. Then you do U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Keep memorizing that. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Eventually you will be able to do it like this. But that comes with a lot of practice. The second case is when you match up the piece but it needs to be put on the left side. Then you do this algorithm. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And that solves it. So you need to keep doing it. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And if you practice enough, you should be doing it as fast as this. But that takes a lot of practice and you need to do that. There are some special cases where this edge is stuck here. It's put in the slot but the wrong slot. So you need to do one of the algorithm. If you prefer the right one, you can keep it on the right and do the right algorithm. Or if you prefer the left one, you can keep it on the left and do the left algorithm. Like this. Now it'll be out and you can solve it like normal. There is another case when the edge is in the correct slot but it's twisted around. So what you want to do that is keep it on one side, the right or the left, and do the algorithm for the correct slot. I did the right one there, and then it will come out, match it up, and then put it in. Then all the edges will be solved. The fifth step, the cross on the yellow side. So the cross on the yellow side isn't like the cross on the white side. All the edges don't need to match up. They can be in any position, but you just need to make a cross. And it's not as easy as the white side because you shouldn't mess up all these. So we should learn some algorithms. So there are three cases you can get. The first case is where there are no edges on the top layer. So only the center. Don't mind the corners. So only the center. So that is called the dot case. The second case is when there are two edges on the top layer and they form an L shape like this. The third case is when there are again two edges but they're in a line shape. You can also get a case where, as I showed you before, the cross is solved already. So this is how you solve the cases. You'll only need to learn two algorithms. So if you get the dot case, you'll want to use this algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Do the same thing again and again till it's in your memory. Now you can see we got the L case. So for the L case, you want to solve it like this. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. Memorize that too. You can pause the video and memorize whenever there's an algorithm. So F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. So it will be solved. So once you get the dot case and you do that, you'll get this case and you can do the algorithm. Then for the line case, you need to do the algorithm I showed you earlier for the dot case, which is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and then you get it solved. The sixth step, the corners of the last layer. The corners of the last layer are all facing yellow up, but they're not in the correct place. That's how it's supposed to be. If they're in the correct place, that's good. So then there's one algorithm you need to learn. So that algorithm is R, U, R prime, U, R, U to R prime. So it solves all the yellow on the top layer. So there are different ways you can use it. So there's something called the fish shape, where there's a cross done, which is supposed to be done in this step. If not, then rewind and look for the algorithms. And then there's only one facing up. So you want to keep that one in the front left and do the algorithm. It might get solved and it might not. So if you do it and it doesn't get solved, you want to rotate it so it's in the correct place again. Do it and then it will get solved. And so there are also cases, and for the other cases where there's more than one corner solved, yeah, you can do this. Keep a unsolved corner on the front left over here and do the algorithm. Now you will get the familiar case with one corner. Do the algorithm. Didn't solve, and you can keep it in the front. So it's solved. The seventh step, solving the corners of the last layer. So to do this, you'll want to learn an algorithm. So there are two cases. Usually there'll be two corners solved like this, or there will be no corners solved. So if there are two corners solved, you want to hold them at the back and do this algorithm. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. So then If the corners are not solved, you want to do this from any angle. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. And you can see two corners are the same color. I'm going to keep them at the back, correct? Then R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2, U prime. So now you can see that it's solved. So now for the 8th and final step, solving the edges of the last layer, which solves the whole cube. So to do this, there are 3 cases you can get. So to do this, you might get a case like this, where one is solved at the back and the rest are unsolved. Or you can get a case like this, where they're all unsolved and mix mash. So if they're all solved, if only one is solved in the back, you need to keep it in the back. It might not in the back, so you want to be in the back, so you want to keep it in the back. And so in that, there are 2 cases you can get. One is, as you learn, the opposite colors. There's an opposite on the right with the edge in the center, and the rest are just normal. And the other one is there's an opposite on the left with the edge and the center, and the rest are just normal. So if it's on the left, you want to learn this algorithm: F2 U L R prime, F2 L prime R U F2. So keep doing it till it becomes fast and you have memorized. So, but when the edge is opposite on the right, you want to do this algorithm: F2 U prime L R prime, F2 L prime R U prime F2. So memorize it, and then it will be pretty easy for you. So then there are the cases where all the edges are not unsolved. So then you just want to keep it in any angle and do one of the algorithms. Then you'll get one of the familiar cases. Then you can solve it. That's all how you solve a Rubik's Cube. Then you might ask me, there's so many algorithms. How will I learn so many, AV? So the way to learning algorithms, there are 2 ways. One, you write them down and keep memorizing them in your memory. Or the other one is see them on the screen and keep doing it till it's in your memory. So you need to do them anyway. There's no way you can skip learning the algorithms. So if you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and comment down below what videos I should make in the future. Bye.